I am Brandon, aka djsilk, to the right of me.
All right.
Brown Suga.
I'm tired, y'all.
You're super tired.
Let's do that again.
No, you can keep going.
Rell, aka Brown Suga.
And to the left of me,
I'm Rodney, Ceasar Rodney.
My man, as y'all already know, we are a whole hour and 11 minutes into this bitch. But we had a great conversation. We talked about Hands Across America. We talked about We Are the World, self-destruction. We all in the same game. We talked about Elon Musk and his evil ass.
Hands Across America. That's like in
It's 1984.
What's that movie? Jordan Peele's movie?
Yeah, Us. They talked about it. I thought it was Forrest Gump. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, that's
he
creepy.
ran across the country. Okay.
Yeah.
That was in Hands. They did the Hands Across America.
They had something to do with that.
It was just a poster and like something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
watch the movie.
That's what I think about.
Nah, I don't watch a whole lot of movies. To be quite honest, I don't have time.
They should do the Hands Across America again. Why not?
I agree. You should spearhead that.
Was it like a physical thing? Like you actually did a person chain?
You did it.
He was in it.
I was in it. Corner, the intersection of Market Street, Lee Boulevard, down.
Look at you.
I was a little boy with an afro and a Kool-Aid smile out there between my parents. Yeah. We held hands. Yep. And then went across America. They had scuba divers, went wherever was bodies of water. So, yeah. So, speaking of water, I guess we can get started with the program. Oh, by the way, I'm going to read the list because at one point I was going to say I went through the list of people who were in Self-Destruction Song, which is the East Coast version. We All in the Same Game, which is the West Coast song. Hands Across, We Are the World. So listen to this lineup. See if you think you get this many people involved. Ray Charles, Bob Dylan, Diana Ross, Paul Simon, Willie Nelson, Tina Turner, Cyndi Lauper, Bob Geldof, Dionne Warwick, Kenny Loggins, James Ingram, Steve Perry, Kenny Rogers, Al Jarreau, Sheila E., Quincy Jones, which he was the producer. I said Lionel Richie erroneously, but I feel like Lionel Richie had something to do with it. Huey Lewis, LaToya Jackson. I know Lionel Richie was in the video because he had to be. If you watch the video, he got some beat up white sneakers on. And I'm like, see, those were the times motherfuckers didn't care. They just showed up.
Why was LaToya Jackson there? She could sing. I mean,
it was everybody. Everybody, it was like it was just everybody did like 4 to 8 bars, like and then they were also choir form. So it was like, we are the world.
You like that song?
No. We are the children.
I love the video though.
Yeah,
the behind the scenes video. Yeah. Michael Jackson was looking at them like they were crazy.
Right. He was really looking at them. Let's see. Scott Travis, Lionel Richie, Daryl Hall, June Pointer, Sean Hopper, Chris Hayes, Ruth Pointer, Bill Gibson. Everybody that was somebody participated in that. Try doing that shit now.
That's like Kanye, All the Lights.
All of the lights.
Just like 15 people on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Production wise? What do you mean?
Yeah, there's like Alicia Keys.
All of the lights.
The girl that sings Bulletproof. Her name's LaRue. There's a bunch of people on that song.
I know Drake had a verse that they didn't include. I heard that little version.
Listen, I love that record. I'm not even gonna lie.
Me
That's
too.
one of those records.
We already had a Kanye rant. I don't even want to talk about it.
Brother Green. That's my song.
That's one of those records that I like. I feel it in my chest whenever I hear it, the way it comes in. It's just like I feel the French horns, all the production. It's just I will give credit when credit is due, and that is that's a problem. That record is a problem, and same with Flashing Lights. That's another one, man.
It's a good one.
That is a great one.
I think All the Lights still takes for me.
That is, in fact, like did you say it, and I just see myself in South Beach, 2008, hanging out in the club, just the warm breezes dancing across my skin of Ocean Avenue. It's a fucking. But I'm still not going to take back my original thing about saying that Kanye isn't at the genius that everybody makes him out to be.
You can say that about a lot of people too.
No, because I was saying, how often do you hear old Kanye records played versus his contemporary, their records? Like just in the rotation of recurrence and all that.
I think it's just a different generation. This is a generation below you that was really like grew up on Kanye.
No.
I agree with that too.
I agree.
Next 10 years, you'll hear it.
No, but he's been around long enough. He's been around long enough that his contemporaries, their records are played more often. Same age, like same years, all that. They are played more than his records are.
Not Jay-Z though. I feel like somebody he'd have to die for that to be the case. I think
Not Jay-Z. What you mean?
nobody plays old Jay-Z songs out in the block like that. Like, I think it's to the same degree. If you're saying Kanye's not played at all.
So when I play a Jay-Z record, the response is crazy. If I play a Kanye West record, the response is like, oh. Generally speaking, I'm not saying all the records, but I'm just saying generally speaking.
Yeah.
On the radio, satellite radio, I don't hear a lot of Kanye records played, recurrence.
You play Gold Digger, and I have to disagree with that.
Yeah.
Well, that's one. And you know, ironically, he hates that record, and I agree with him. I hate that record.
What about
too.
the one with Twista?
Overnight Celebrity?
She got a dark, look like Michael Jackson got a.
Yo, that's a dope record. But
I feel like everyone would play that. Like,
yeah, but
I feel like he has old stuff that
he
is
does.
still-
But I mean, generally, like with all of his discography, he talks about I got 20 albums or whatever. The percentage of his records that people would respond to or that we would hear on radio, that when they're playing recurrence, we know what a recurrent is, right? You know what a recurrent
What is
record?
that?
A recurrent record is a record that no matter how old it is, people know it. They respond to it. Like YMCA, white people. They respond.
I don't know. I think I have to disagree with you. Maybe it's the type of music I listen to, but I feel like I know more Kanye than I do Jay-Z.
But I'm speaking broadcast wise. I'm not talking from a personal point of view. I'm talking about like if you were to look at the sound scans, how many times are Kanye West old records ringing off on that sound scan, played by stations, satellite, terrestrial, all of that. That's all I'm saying.
It's hard to even gauge right now, given all the shit he's in.
Well,
you know,
and then I can just personally, how many people have requested me to play Kanye West records?
Right, you are a DJ.
Ain't nobody requesting. Nobody's going, can you play
over the years? Still,
over the years, right? Over the years, no one is like, yo, can you play that gay? If I play it, you know, they're like, yo, they're into it. But I mean, no one is, you know. And if I play certain records, they're not running to the dance floor. You know what I mean? So it's. He's all right. Yeah, like he's good. It's just he's not genius level the way people make it out to make him. He has made himself out to be. I'll put it to you that way.
Okay.
He said, I'm a genius. And everybody's like, Kanye West is a genius. He Jedi mind tricked the world.
I think he's very talented.
He's talented. Jay-Z said, Kanye West, you a genius for this. He was saying, for this, a particular record. I'm a musical genius. Nigga, no, you're not. You're good. You're really good. You're really good. I will not take that away from genius. No, Prince is genius. Stevie Wonder is genius. Michael Jackson's genius.
Someone who cannot be named genius.
Jay-Z is genius, in my opinion. Like, you know, you have to see Jay-Z. I watched that man perform by himself on stage, and it was like the most incredible thing I've ever seen. For one man to stand on a stage and rap, and for the room, the stadium, to feel the way that it felt. Like I was a giant. I've always been a big fan, but that moment, it was like, yo, this dude is next level, because you're just rapping. Like, we're so used to people dancing and the pyro. Yo, he was just on stage with the mic just. And it was like, oh my God, I'm having an outer body experience. And I don't even know why, because I'm not even that kind of guy. I'm just, what's going on? Right. So, and then the fact that he doesn't write. The fact that he goes into the studio, he listens to the beat, he writes in his head and self-edits in the head. Right. That's genius level.
Yeah. I feel like everybody has their methods, though, when it comes to producing music, too. So
Yeah. It's just there's very few people in the world that can say that they do that and then have done it on such a prolific level in terms of success. Like, how much money has he made? How much money has he made people? And he's doing that in his head. Like, no write down. Like, all right. And then you're not making mistakes.
Well, you can say the same thing about Jay-Z that you said about Elon Musk. I mean, because Jay-Z was money laundering. I mean, the money came from somewhere and he funneled it into the music. Therefore,
yeah, but he is the victim of institutional and structural racism. He's a black man, grew up in the projects. What opportunities did he have to get to that next level? So at least he did those things and then turned it into something and then walked away from it. He didn't keep doing it. Okay, he walked away from it. Elon Musk is a privileged white prick who had famous parents. He came up with a silver spoon in his mouth.
His parents were famous. I found that out recently. They were weird too.
Yeah, his name is Elon. You name your child Elon, you asking for him to be a weirdo. I'm just saying. I fucking hate that dude.
Ain't he
man.
on the spectrum? Chill.
Yeah, I don't care, man. I don't care. I don't care. Yo, y'all can't go to the swingers thing anymore. The thing I DJ. I had an incident.
What was the incident?
With the crippled dude.
You were DJing that regularly? Or?
With the crippled dude?
Yeah, the dude with there's a crippled guy there.
Oh, I don't know him.
Yeah, so it's a place down the way that I do monthly. So he's the dude that always asks for Pony to play, Genuine Pony.
I remember you saying that, yeah.
And so the month before, this dude asked me to play Pour Some Sugar on Me, and I didn't have it. We had the whole thing, like, so this past month, I'm there, and Brock came, and Amy was there, and so this lady Jean comes up, and she's like, hi. So we're gonna have a MILF contest because it's Mother's Day weekend. So we're gonna have a MILF contest, and so I want you to judge it. But I don't want people to come up on stage. I just kind of want you to go and look around and see who likes each MILF. I don't even know what the fuck she wanted me to do. I'm looking at her like,
I don't run contests. I'm not an MC.
I'm not. Like, first of all, who are you? Because you're not cutting the check. You're not management. I don't know who you are. Right. And you're telling me what I'm going to do and how to do it. Right? So I'm looking at her crazy. Right? And I'm like, I'm playing records. I don't have time to figure out whatever you want me to do. I don't even understand. And so she's like, well, I mean, so they can't. So she starts volunteering Brock and Emmy to do the work. And I'm like, no, you don't. No. I said, this is what we're going to do. I will do the contest and I will do it the way that I want to do. So I did it exactly how she didn't want me to do it, which I was like, look, if you're MILF, come up to the stage, blah, 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 right? We do the contest. The contest sucks, right?
Why does it suck?
Because no one wanted to do it.
Nobody wanted to come up.
They didn't want to come up. The girl that won, she won only because she showed her breast. And I'm like, well, you worked the hardest. So
that happened.
Yeah.
Where is this at?
I'm not going to shout it out now, but I will tell you off thing.
But it's
right?
over though. You're not going there anymore.
I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Right. So that happens or whatever. So I'm like, these people, man, white privilege. Like, this is just how you just gonna, whatever, right? So I'm playing, blah blah blah. So the end of the night, it's 11:58. I know this. I'm starting to pack my shit up. Yo, Jean comes back up. And she's like, okay, so it's such and such and such and such's birthday. It's going to be, their birthday is at 12 o'clock. So we're going to, wish them happy birthday. And then we're going to pull the chairs up and we're going to do nasty things to them. And so I'm going to need for you to play music. And then I'm like, I'm done. It's over at 12. As it is every fucking month. This is nothing new. She's like, well, no, because it's her birthday and we got to do. And so these other ladies are like, it's done at 12. He's done at 12. He said he's done. It's done. It's always done at 12, Jean, relax. She was like, no. And I said, look. So I grabbed the mic and I'm like, what is the couple's name? She tells me, I say their names. I'm like, come on up, happy birthday. And wish you happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, blah, blah, blah. I even start singing happy birthday on the mic. Of you. Right. Thank you, right? So when I'm done, Jean was like, all right, play the music. I'm like, I ain't playing shit. I'm done. I told you. And then the ladies again are like, he's done. It's over. Stop. Right? The couple, it's their birthday. They don't even want to be up there. Like they were so like, it was almost like you guys was calling them to the electric chair. Like that was their posture. Yeah, it was really bad. So she's like pushing. I'm like, I'm not playing anything else. Relax. And so she goes storming off. Right? Now across the way is Gimpy.
Why are you doing that?
Because he's a fucking asshole, right? I'm reserving my right to be an asshole. Gimpy, right? I don't know what I don't know what happened. He just has he walks fun. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he has never been nice to me. He has never been even with me. Like you don't have to be nice to me. He's never even been even with me. Just like he comes up every month. He asks me to play Pony. I play it for him. He never says thank you. He never acknowledges anything. Like, so for me, like okay, all right, this is how you want to be. Fine. I don't care. Right. So he's over at the bar and the women are like, we are so sorry that she did that. Like, it's cool. Like, we had a great time, whatever. And this motherfucker looks up at me and says, I hate you. You suck as a DJ. Now I'm calculating. I'm processing, right? In my head. All I can say is, oh yeah? Is that so? Right. But in my head, what's going on through my head is, this is a lose-lose situation for me, right? Mm-hmm. If I go in on him, he's differently abled. I am bigger than him. So I look like, so I'm an asshole for punching down on somebody. Mm-hmm. If he goes in on me and beats my ass, I got beat up by a handicapped person. So no matter what, it's a lose-lose for me, right? So I'm like, whatever, man. Like, I don't even care.
What type of crowd is this? Why is there a disabled guy partying with, like, that's his spot, like, every month?
Listen, that place is just...
It's different.
There was a girl there with the whole cast on her leg on the dance floor.
What the fuck?
And I was like, this is not the place for me.
It's different. It's different, right?
You need another place to go every month? I got you for my showcases, man. We're going to get you on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate
that. Let me know the price, you know what I mean?
I appreciate that. I need that. But, so, I'm stuck. I'm like, wow. So that wasn't even the bad part. The bad part is after I think the interaction is over, he's staring at me in such a way that y'all should be dead for being associated with me. That is the level of hatred and anger that he had in his eyes. So now I got to look at him until he breaks away to let him, like...
Yeah, you can't back down.
I can't back down. Like, I really feel like he could probably come back next month and shoot me. Like, that was how intense. So then the manager, the owner's brother comes and he's like, hey, people are really unhappy that you're stopping, and is there something we can do that you can like keep playing? And I'm like, nah, not at all. I'm like, no. He was like, what? And so I tell him, I said, listen,
is there something you can do? Oh, we're gonna pay you an extra hour. Like, what do you mean? Was there something that we can do?
Right. But that's what he was getting to. Right.
Okay.
But he was getting to that. Like, he wanted. So I explained to him, I said, listen, man, last month I started 30 minutes early. I played 45 minutes longer. No one offered me any extra money. No one even said thank you. There was no benefit to me for doing it. And when I stopped playing, they were still upset. So there's nothing that you or I can do that's going to make them happy. Maybe we'll make them happy in the moment, but whenever I stop, there's still going to be, somebody's going to have an attitude. And I said, and plus, my man over there, you saw what happened. You heard what happened. He was like, yeah, nobody should be talking to you that way. I'm like, yeah, so no, I'm done. He was like, I get it. I absolutely get it. So yeah, all right. That's what it is.
Cool.
Yeah. Nah, it's not cool. I'm a fuck dude up. He come, and here's the crazy part.
You're gonna stop, bro.
No, here's the crazy part, right? So the month before, so he wanted the song Pour Some Sugar on Me. That's what I didn't have. Right. Now I would have thought that, I'm thinking maybe he has memory issues or whatever, but clearly he doesn't, because he remembered that the month before I didn't have Pour Some Sugar on Me and I didn't play it. Because he said that in his hateful diatribe towards me. The reason why he hated me was because you don't have Pour Some Sugar on Me, I hate you. That's what he said, right? Now the fucked up part is I had the record this month. Like, I went ahead and found the video. I encoded it to MP3. I loaded it. I went through the steps. It was only it was 10 minutes, but it was 10 minutes of time of me taking time to do something for somebody who's not even been even with me. Right. I had it. So if he came back, because every fucking month he comes and asks for Pony. Right. I figured he's going to come up and ask for the record. He never even asked for it, but I'm like, damn, I had the record. If you had asked me for it, I would have played it. And so yeah, I'm gonna fuck him up if he comes.
No, next time you just need to play it and just stare at him.
No. If I play it,
he can't dance, can he? What is he doing to these songs?
he can.
What kind of disabled is he? Like, you said he got a little gait.
Oh my god.
Like,
his ankle, his foot, the way his foot and ankle goes when he walks, it looks like his ankle and foot are going to snap apart. The way he, it's different. Like, I thought initially he had cerebral palsy, but then I'm like, well, maybe he had a stroke. Or I don't know what his defect is. And I mean, he moves and he acts like a rutting pig. Because when I play Pony, that like he goes running off to whoever and he's doing nasty things to them. Like he's different. Like the whole place is different. It's just a different environment. But up until like the last 2 months, I've had a good time DJing there. Like it's been cool. But the level of like just entitlement, like y'all got me fucked up.
Well, thanks for letting me know. I was about to go and support.
I think you should come. I'm gonna let you know you can come through and you can
experience.
See it. I mean, and it might be cool, but it was real light that night. But I'm like, man, people just
even the lady beforehand, right? She should have said, "Hey, can you do me a favor?"
Right. Yeah.
I know that you stopped playing at 12, but it's their birthday. Do you mind playing this song? Like, let us wish them happy birthday and then play a song or something. Yeah.
Yeah. She wasn't. It's like you're the help. Mm-hmm. You're the help. I was the help.
Yeah.
That was the help.
That's the worst feeling ever, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting, and so my friend knows him. So I messaged him. I was like, "What's your man's name again?" He was like, "Who?" I was like, "The crippled dude." He was like, "Yo, stop." I was like, "What is his name?" I looked him up on Facebook.
Petty.
Yeah, because I wanted to know. I wanted to know who I was dealing with. Yeah. And when I went on his Facebook, I saw the Trump support post. I saw all the right wing, extreme right wing stuff. That's why I feel very comfortable in this moment talking about his differently abledness and all that shit, because he's an asshole, and I can't even he's not a nice person. Mm. He's just not a nice person. So fuck him. Fuck him. Yo, Emmy was like, yo, your face. She's like, I commend you. Cause your face, you look like you was about to.
Yeah, you seem like you got a lot of control to even like be helpful in those situations at the end of the time. You know what I mean? That was awesome. You did your part, bro. You did what you had to do.
Thank you. Yo, Emmy was like, do I got to take off my shoes? She was like, cause Emmy is Puerto Rican from New York. Mm-hmm. Yo, so she was like, I thought I was going to take my boots off because I was about to fuck somebody up. Because it was so like to tell somebody you hate them. Yeah. And that you
uncalled for.
Right.
You ever been in that position before? Just like rowdy crowd and you got to.
Not like that. Yeah. Not like that. Nah, because people, it's usually all love, you know? And if you don't like what I'm doing or how I'm doing it, like that's very extreme to vocalize that to the point where you're going to yell it across the club. Mm-hmm. Like almost daring me to have a back and forth with you.
Right.
If he thinks I'm ever going to play, like if I'm back there, I'm never playing Genuine Pony again. And I'm definitely not playing some Pour Some Sugar on Me. Never. Mm-hmm. Anywho, you ready to play stupid games, win stupid prizes?
Mm-hmm. Who's today's contestant?
My God, yo, listen. There's a video of this and I'm not going to post the video. I'm going to read this. This is actually from Hollywood Unlocked. Shout out to Jason Lee. I love his content. Imagine, and this was written by Kesha Gale. Imagine going outside to take a quick sprinkle, but a wild animal takes a wild bite of your arm. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to one Florida man. According to local reports, it all happened on Sunday. A 23-year-old Inglewood resident, Jordan Rivera, wandered behind Bandito's bar in Port Charlotte to relieve himself shortly after closing time. However, while peeing, he fell into the pond and was immediately attacked by a 10-foot gator. The giant gator bit off his right arm just above the elbow. Luckily, that's all the gator took, as Rivera was saved by bystanders who pulled him out quickly. He said, speaking from his hospital bed, he doesn't really remember anything, so I ended up walking over to the water hole. I didn't realize how big it was at the time. As I was going over there, something happened where I either tripped or the ground below me I just went down, said Rivera to the station. I ended up in the water, and that's literally the last thing I remember, which I'm glad he doesn't remember anything else. He said the next time he opened his eyes, all he saw was the sight of the hospital equipment. It was then he found out the gator ate his arm. Yo, and the video is he's in the water, and then they roll him over, and his arm is gone. It's blurred out. Yeah. And they're like, you're all right, dude. You're good, dude. I'm like, no, he's not. His arm is gone. His arm is gone. So why is he... The stupid game is, why would you go to the water to pee in Florida?
He's drunk. He's not thinking.
Why not? Yeah. You piss outside. Let me piss in the water. Like, hear the sound of your piss. Like, I don't care.
You are in Florida. You know what I mean? You are in Florida.
You stay away from all the ditches or the whatever they call canals. You stay away from all ponds.
I guess it's shortly after closing time, so I guess he couldn't go inside to use the bathroom. Mm-hmm. But come on, bro. At night in Florida.
I'm surprised people were there to save him.
Mm-hmm.
His arm. Oh my God.
I guess you get comfortable with it, right? It's like a norm. Like even the lady, she went walking with her 2 dogs, and to save her dog's life, she ended up losing hers.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I hope Sparky appreciates that.
Right.
Nah, I wouldn't have did that one. Sparky appreciated. I nigga don't give a fuck.
Well, no, because she probably felt like she didn't know she was going to die. If somebody said, wait a minute, Linda, freeze frame, everybody's frozen. If you go in there and try to
she
save
would be like,
her,
I gotta save Sparky.
but you're going to die. Sparky going to be missing you. So, you know what I mean? Like, nobody in that moment thinks that this is their last moment. Yeah.
So she was walking 2 dogs, and that's how they found her. Like the other dog was running around their neighborhood, and they went looking for her because they know that she loves her dogs. Oh. And then that's when they were like, oh, something must have happened to her. Wow. Yeah, because her dog was running, was loose.
Jeez.
I'm going to give that guy some grace. Like,
nah. Okay, go ahead, because he did lose his arm.
You pissing in the dark, like.
It's Florida, and it's by water. In Florida, if there's water, there's gators in it. Just assume.
It's like that?
And then some.
Yeah.
And then some. And gators are nocturnal. Like, it's not like they sleep at night. Look, you either go into the building or you go on the side of the building.
Is he from Florida?
Yeah, he's a resident. Mm-hmm. So he should know better. Like,
I guess that's just what it comes with. Yeah.
There's a reason why there's a reason why in Florida, most of the people who have swimming pools have those cages around them. They're outdoor pools, but they have the cages to keep wildlife out. Because I know there's stories of people jumping into a pool and there's like an alligator in there with them. Like, yo, it's Florida. It's Florida. Nah, man. Like, you at night, I'm pissing in the parking lot. I'm not, well, let me go down to the water. I want some privacy. No. No, man. I'm sure he was drunk and everything, but he lost his right arm is going, I guarantee he's right-handed. So... But it just gets heavier, right?
He probably got a watch on. That shit was
you good. With his Apple Watch. She's on the Find My Apple Watch. She's like, there's gators over there. Yo, man, that's bro.
Tragic.
It's tragic.
It's probably not the first time something like that happened. He just probably was one of the few to live to see.
Well, it was like the little boy in Disney World. They were on the beach. This was a few years ago. They were at night or whatever. And the family went down to the beach. Like, they have the little artificial beaches. And a gator grabbed the little boy and took him under. At
an artificial beach?
They're everywhere.
What the fuck?
I mean, because they're connected to canals and things like that. Like, they can't, you know what I'm saying? But I think they found a little boy. Because, what gators do is they like rotten meat. They don't want fresh meat. So if they get a fresh kill, they take the kill to their hole and let it, start to rot before they actually eat it. And so I believe they were able to recover the baby. But yeah, little baby, gator came out, grabbed him. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah, man, fuck Florida. Like, I'll do Miami. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, nah, we ain't. They got gators and they got the snakes, the boa constrictors,
and they have what's the big lizard called? Iguanas.
What did iguana ever do to you? What did iguana ever do to you? Nah, it's not your type of height.
They're overpopulated.
Yeah, because they don't have any natural predators.
Yeah.
The same way with the snakes. Mm-hmm. The boa, I think they're constricting snake. Pythons or something like that. Okay. So
they can keep that. Not indigenous to Florida?
They're not.
I think they're like pets or something.
Pets,
that got loose.
People, they had them. They didn't want them anymore. They let them loose. There's no natural predator, and so they just.
What are they doing about that? Just off top.
They nothing. There's nothing to do. Like, I mean, there's companies that what they do is they go out into they go out and they hunt them. They hunt them as much as they possibly can, but they've multiplied, so they're just part of the ecosystem. So nah, man, y'all can have Florida on the living tip. Like, I'll visit, and definitely not going out. Like, the people like, we're going to the Everglades. We're going to take a tour. No, I'm good. Y'all have fun in the airboat.
I did. It's fun.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you see gators?
Saw gators. I saw pigs. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's nice.
The piggies. All right, maybe I'll do it.
Dirty water? Splashed up on you?
It's dirty water, yeah. They didn't splash up on me, though.
It's not dirty water. It's just natural water. Dirty water is the water we make. With the oils and the antifreeze and the fuel and all the toxins and chemicals and shit that on the street. That's dirty water. But just natural water from nature, that's not dirty. That's just nature.
Okay.
Makes sense, right?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a difference. So, do we want to do a shot o'clock or we can skip that? Are you too tired for that?
We can.
All right. So, since you are the guest, sir,
okay,
you get the spin. Yeah. All right. That's a good, healthy spin. Oh, that's the Brock. The Maker's Mark.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm not really up on alcohol, so this will probably be my first time having that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I drink whatever.
Yeah.
I'm more of a beer guy, for real.
Ew.
I like that. Like your djsilk?
But beer?
Yeah.
Nah, man. It just reminds me of urine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I wish
That's
I
good.
did. I wish I did like beer.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a social thing.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
I don't know. It's an acquired taste, right? Like, I feel like my dad said he didn't like beer until he was young and he had played a softball game. He was like real thirsty. It was hot, and that was the only thing they had to drink. He was like, that was the best beer I had in my life. And then after that,
well, I feel like they all taste different, so it's kind of just finding yours.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but I don't even like coffee. Like I don't like a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. All
Sure,
right, to
y'all.
Cease.
Oh, to me?
Oh, yeah, to you for coming through.
Yeah, I showed up. Thank you. I enjoy it here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks. Man. We said we was gonna have you back.
Yeah, that happened fast. I just kind of did my thing. And
Brock, why are you like that?
that was smooth. That was smooth. I got the chills.
Yo, I love it.
I feel like it would take. It's like good in a mixed drink or something.
Oh yeah, we not.
But not. Ooh.
I meant to do some research to see what liquors are proper in shot form. You know what I mean?
Nah.
What? No.
What do you mean proper?
Like there's some things that you
Are
just do
made
it
for
for a shot.
shots.
Like they're good for a shot, and then there's liquor that is like you definitely need to
Mix it.
Because that's
mix it.
rough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So
but
that's good.
Maker's Mark.
Whiskey.
Yeah. But yeah, that is. So it's a whiskey, so it is a shot. Put some hair on your chest, girl.
Yeah, I feel it growing.
Oh my God! So what you got for us, Brown Suga?
All right, so it's kind of a hot topic, right?
Oh shit! Here we go.
So I'm going to read both of these and then both of these situations, and then we'll talk about the topic, all right?
Okay.
All right, so both of these are from 6 Brown Tricks. So this first one says, I proposed to him in front of my fam last year, and he said yes. Now he says he needs space and wants to wait until 2024 to marry. I asked, why do you agree to get married? He said, I pursued him like Michael Myers, and he was scared to reject me. I'm a soft woman. Help. Alrighty, so that was the first one. And the second one says, dating an amazing woman for 7 months. I treated her to dinner and I told her that I fell in love with her and wanted to be with her always. Her response, you're kind. Thank you for dinner. I have the ring in my pocket. Take it back or no. So these are both about like proposing to someone. And there was a situation where a woman proposed to her boyfriend.
Okay.
So that's the topic. What would you feel, or how do you feel about a woman proposing to you?
I think it's cool as shit. There were times growing up, I'd rather the girl tell me she liked me and wanted to go out with me, because rejection is hard. That's hard to deal with. And the fact that we have to take that on the chin every time, it sucks. It really does. So if you like me, stop playing the games. If you really want something out of this, tell me that.
So this is like even beyond. This is like, okay, you're saying you like it.
Right,
But what about asking to? Yes.
Yeah, you're already establishing a relationship.
How would I feel about a girl doing that? I'd probably say no, actually. If she got her knee and did that, I gotta put it on my finger? Like,
Don't do that.
Right?
Why you
don't
say
do
no?
that toxic
Why?
masculinity.
That's his opinion. Don't influence him.
All right,
Why would you not like it?
I think I'd be worried about how it looks. You know what I mean? Because it calls for a scene when you propose to somebody. And
She did it in the backyard. Nobody else was there.
Stop putting all these ifs
Well, I
and
want to see if
ands
that thing, but no, because he's worried about the
just
crowd.
want to tell people, hey, I proposed to. Like, wait, what's that? He couldn't do it. You know what I mean? He wasn't ready. He couldn't. You should. Now they're telling her. Like, I feel like people would get in her head. I don't know.
So would you? So you feel like it would be pressure on you then? Like, why didn't you propose to her if the woman
And
proposed
then
to
it's
you?
like, maybe I wasn't ready. Should I have been ready? Now this is forceful. I get what the guy's saying.
Question 1. Okay.
I feel like I
What
got somewhere,
happens
but
if
didn't.
a woman proposed to you? She got on your knee. You're so unconventional, but
Me?
yeah.
Oh.
He's about to, don't get. All right, no.
No.
You're gonna be like, yo, back in 19.
No, listen. No, So it like there in theory, generally speaking, I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. I actually think it balances, it tips the scales, right? Because I personally feel like the way we handle marriage and look at marriage is it's still part of that toxic masculinity patriarchy thing. Like y'all women are waiting around for us to claim you, right? So there's that part of it for me, right? But where I kind of get tripped up is I could just imagine being with someone who I wasn't wanting to get married to, and her never having a conversation like, what do you think about marriage? Blah, blah, blah. Just like springing it on me and me being like, nah, I want to marry you. Like, I was just trying to figure out how to break up with you actually. And you like that's what's going through my mind. Like I could see that. That's a very unique, that's a Brandon thing that happened. Like me being in a relationship, not being bold enough to break up with her in a timely fashion, and her being like, I'm just going to ask you to marry me.
That's like question number 2. Like right. She was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, but no, I don't think that we should drop the whole man needs to propose. I really do feel like that should be dropped, because like if we're going to even out society and we're going to be more balanced and fair, then all bets are off. Like if she's ready, like she should be able to ask, and there should not be a stigma because she asked. In fact, that's strong to me.
Okay, but for you.
But for me,
I already know you, so go ahead, tell the truth.
What do you think the truth? What do you think?
You're like a planner, and I feel like you would be so upset if she proposed to you before you could.
Yeah, I would, just in terms because I would want to make it an amazing experience, but it's hard for me to get to that point.
Like, she had her hair in a messy blonde. She didn't think this through, and she just asked me to marry her.
Nah, I just want, look, if anybody's going to ask me to marry, let's have conversations about it. Like the same way I wouldn't just spring it on you out of the blue. Like, how do you feel about getting married? What kind of ring would you like? Would you want it proud, or do you want it to be intimate? Because, some people don't want to be out in the open.
How long after asking those questions would you wait to propose?
Long enough to make it a surprise. Like long enough to, like, either immediately or I'd wait a few months.
So is that telling her that you want to propose? You asking those questions? That you're going to be the one to do that?
Either way. Like, I mean, if I'm asking the questions and I'm the one that's trying to drive us to proposal. If she's asking the question, then she's the driver of the proposal. The answers to those questions should let the person know how they should proceed. Okay. But I don't think that anybody should be asking anybody if they can get for their hand in marriage unless there's prior discussions to know that they are on board. I
agree with that 100%.
Yeah, like, because that shit. How many times have we seen the videos of the stadium or whatever, and
the person's like,
nah, no, no.
It's a huge decision.
Do you think you could propose though?
Me personally, no.
Do you want to get married? I mean, like. And I mean that in the general sense, like, because I know you're not like hungry for it, like you're not trolling the streets trying to find your husband, but you find the right man. Well, let's be politically correct. You find the right person, and it works. You would be open for marriage. Yes. Okay,
but you wouldn't want to propose to the man or the person.
She old school. That's Brown Suga. Brown Suga
for the same reason that I'm saying, but not like
no. But I think it's just like in the traditional sense. And to your point, I feel like there is a conversation that you like, if things are getting serious, there's a conversation that you have. And I guess that's me agreeing to like, okay, let's do this. And then just traditionally the man,
he's the one that
he would ask me.
Yeah, because actually, like now that you just said it, kind of triggered the idea that, so if you have that conversation, then you're kind of asking each other in a sense, like you're coming to an agreement, like, yeah, we could move forward in this direction. So him asking is just more or less a technicality, like part of the process, but it's not
making it official.
It's making it official, but that's way different than we're just dating, and then one day you're down on one knee. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like what? We only been together 6 months. She be talking about we ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. Like that. Like, don't jagged edge me. Do not jagged edge me. We need to have real conversations about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So
does the lady get down on both knees and present it like this?
She only gets on both knees for certain things.
Oh man. My gosh. You walked into that
one. Nah, man.
Are you putting on a ring if she like hands it to you to put it on your finger? Or?
If my baby, all of that, I'm doing all of it.
Bro.
Why? Because that's a rejection. Like, that's starting us off on a bad foot. No, why can't she put it on the ring? Like my finger.
She's going to do it on the wedding day.
I mean, look.
She's got to do that too?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You exchange rings on the wedding day.
Listen, so as a man, instead of putting your hand out like this, you do like this.
Okay.
You go. Put palm up. For the people listening, for the man, if you put the palm up.
Don't put your palm up to me.
No, for the engagement ring. But why are we even getting an engagement ring? Like, there ain't no dude engagement rings.
There is now.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Is there?
She would have to buy it if she proposed him.
Man, it's like an engagement watch. You get an engagement necklace.
Well, it's a band. It's a wedding band.
No, the band is the wedding. But no, so the engagement ring is a separate ring. And so what you can do is, so when you find your perfect one, it's like a set. So there's a ring, there's an engagement ring, and then it locks onto the band. Okay. So it's one, it turns into a whole
or
unit.
You can end up, separate. A lot of people will put away the engagement ring and then you just wear the band after.
Right. The ring is just for fancy time.
Oh, okay.
So, but, you know, the ring is look, I'm going to get blamed for saying this, but the ring is not necessary for marriage.
Period. Well, never mind. I'm not going to say nothing.
Well, no, because the whole the engagement ring.
Okay, yes.
But even the engagement ring, like there's people there throughout history. Like we could probably look it up and see when did actually people start using rings to signify marriage. But the engagement ring was a marketing ploy by the De Beers diamond conglomerate to sell more diamonds in the early 1900s.
You ever play Jeopardy? Because you be good.
Random facts
that serve me no purpose but this podcast. But yeah, so the engagement ring is not a necessary. Yeah. It's not a necessary thing. But yeah, for Rell, if you want brown sugar, you better come right. Brown sugar, you better. Do you want to? So what kind of cut?
I want to think. I can't even say it. I just want a simple ring.
Really?
Band in a circle, rock.
I forget what that is.
3 or 4 carats, preferably.
3 to 4 carats. God damn. See that? You hear that?
I don't know my carats when it comes to diamonds.
That's a big ring.
Yeah.
But it's less about carats and more about clarity, like the diamond, the clarity of the diamond. Carat, cut, clarity. Those are the 3 C's. Mm-hmm. You know, like the princess cut, which is like the diamond thing, and then I forget what the round.
I can't remember the round one is called, but that's what I like.
You want the round cut. Mm-hmm. So do you want it? Does it need platinum? Does it need to be gold? White gold?
I think platinum is the hardest one. Yeah. I like to swim and stuff, and
you wouldn't be swimming in your engagement
gold
ring.
is. I know I wouldn't, but gold
is
softer. Yeah, more malleable than
the platinum. So you learn some things about some rings.
Yeah,
yeah, it's better to get a smaller carat diamond with better clarity than it is to get a bigger diamond with less clarity. And then the cuts, depending upon how it's cut, will determine how sparkly it is.
Okay.
Off the light, how the light dances off of it.
Okay.
So you have to keep those things in mind. These people get the big ass diamonds and it's like, looks like semen. Because it's like, it's like all these flaws and shit. The thing, like, no. I remember standing next to Allen Iverson, in a club. He was literally right next to me. And I could see the diamonds in his earrings. And the shit was sparkling, flawless. Like, It's like, boy, you bold walking around with those. I mean, serious. They're really nice. Huh? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. He spent money on those things. But they were beautiful. And I'm not even a jewelry dude. To me, it's whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, I was turned off from Chrissy, Jim Jones' wife. Mm-hmm. He bought her that big ass engagement ring, and then she put it in the safe and just got a duplicate. Was wearing a fake ring.
Yeah, right? I don't understand that.
Well, because she didn't want, like, if something happens to it,
it's a liability.
It's a liability. I get it, but it's just like, well, then fucking just have the fake ring to begin with. Like, what? Like, nobody's going to suspect that you have a fake ring.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's like a treasury at that point, though. You keep it in the safe. I mean, you won't sell the ring, I guess. But
you don't.
But what's the point of having it if you never really wear it?
Right. And it's not like they don't really go, like, jewelry loses value. You know what I mean? Like, people like, it's investment. No, that shit ain't. Take your shit to the scrapper. Like, if you sell it as a piece, as art, then possibly. But most people, if you take your jewelry to a place that buys used jewelry or whatever,
you're not going to,
they scrap it. Like, they melt it all down and make new. And so you get basically scrap prices. So, shit, nope. So we know what kind of ring you want. Mm-hmm. That's okay. We'll find out. That's beautiful.
But I don't know if I'll get married, though. It has to be like a special person.
As it should be. Mm-hmm. As it should be. Okay, do you want a big wedding or do you want the justice of the peace or something in between?
It could be at the courthouse or it could be destination. I don't want a lot of people.
Okay, sounds brown sugarish.
Right. I mean, hey, it sounds
Not brown sugarish.
it doesn't sound expensive, so hey, that's good.
If you got married, where would you get married?
I never thought of that. I think it would be simple. I think I'd want to just like do a ceremony, like make it real, like simple, just family, but like immediate family, really, like just witnesses.
djsilk.
You want it to be a big thing,
No,
right?
no, I don't. Here's my problem. Here's my challenge. I don't want to get married per se. Not that I don't want to be in a committed relationship and stuff, but like the marriage to me just seems a little bit too heavy. If I was going to get married, I wouldn't want to really do anything. I would want to be a courthouse. So my hope is that the woman that I find, we're going to be the same mindset, and then it's just easy breezy. But I have a feeling that's not going to be the case.
It's not going to be the case.
And then I'm going to have to. We're not going to make it because she's going to want to have a big ceremony, and I'm not going to be with the shits. And I'm just like, I can't do this because I'm getting a headache now just thinking about all that you have to do for the plan.
So dramatic.
Yo,
no, you're gonna be so in love with her. You want to make her dreams come true.
Yo, all of the planning and
I feel like, see, you were like, I never even thought about it, and then you're like, oh, all this planning
because of all the wedding receptions I DJ'd, and because I've sat in on meetings and I've heard the conversations and I've seen from the like basic backyard barbecue to the like 6-figure wedding thing and everything that was put in and all the energy that was extended. And what always sticks out is how wiped out the bride and groom is by the end of the reception. They don't
eat. They don't enjoy themselves.
Right.
Yeah, I've never been to a wedding, so maybe that's why
Really?
I was kind of like, I don't know. I never thought of that.
I feel like, I don't know. Like, I have a Pinterest board if I ever got married.
Oh, so you one of
plan.
those. See, she's a pain in the ass. She's like, I want the band and a DJ. So my big sister's wedding, this was her wedding. This was her wedding. This was 2000.
Oh, that's when I was born.
Yeah, young age. So they had a DJ, they had a band. The choice of meals was either crab imperial or filet mignon.
Oh wow,
This is a nice wedding.
They had a top shelf open bar all night. They had a characters doing cartoon
drawings.
Yeah. Was it the Hercules Country Club? Yeah, it was an affair.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was an affair. And then Mickey's wedding, hers was in Punta Cana. Now it's the Hard Rock Resort, but it was like the Palace Moon back then, and that was cool. Destination wedding. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot for a day, and it's a lot for everybody else. It seems like as much as it's supposed to be about the bride and groom, it's about everybody else. And so I'm just a little over it.
In what way? What do you mean?
Well, you're throwing a party for everybody else.
To enjoy.
Yeah, an expensive party. Like venues, they upcharge you. Like, say you were just having a party, but when it's a wedding, it's marked up like 30% or something like that. Yeah. Flowers, DJ, food, cake, seating arrangements. There's so many things that go into it.
Are people going in depth off of weddings?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's like the top thing of reason why people get divorced is because finances, usually due to being in debt from the wedding, aside from life before.
Yeah, because you get lost. You get lost in the planning, right? So it's like, we're going to have a wedding. You start going to wedding shows, right? You start looking at bridal things. You have your Pinterest board, as Rell said. You get these ideas, right? So then at some point, if you're not disciplined and you have good credit, shit can get away from you. Because then, like let's just say you're like, all right, we'll spend $10,000. And that's cheap. That's a basement deal wedding, right? And then you, on each line item, you go over 20% of your original intended budget. You're like that. You're 20, 30,000. And it doesn't hit you because you're like, oh, well, we're going to spend $100 on these flowers or whatever. Oh, we can do 140 or 120. Oh, we're going to get the, $1,000 DJ, but this DJ has lights and stuff. Oh, we'll do 1,500 here. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, it starts adding up. And then next thing you know, you're like, and you're putting deposits down on shit. And if you don't hold to your budget.
Right.
And then you have people who they have the intention of making that money back from their guests. Because like, if you go to a certain level wedding, like you'll be like, All right, it's $50 per head. That's what it's going to cost us to have this wedding. $50 per person. How many people were there? So you're anticipating that they're going to at least give you $50 back as your wedding present.
Okay.
And so that's where people can go wrong because they assume people adhere, everybody's going to adhere to that. Or it's going to average out where you're going to have some people that are going to do the bare minimum. You have some people that are going to be extra generous. But at the end of the day, your guests are supposed to hopefully actually pay for your wedding. You know,
right.
You pay for it up front. You get it back in your gifts and stuff. But that's a gamble.
Yeah.
That's a gamble and a half.
Sounds nice.
Shit. I would rather take 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $100,000, whatever it would be wedding. I'd rather take the most amazing honeymoon. We go into all the places. We staying at all 5-star, every top tier, everything. And then even like down payment for a house or a car or something, you know, rather than 72 hours of hell for your ceremony. Because it really does come down to, like, when it's all said and done, 72 hours. You have the rehearsal dinner. You have the, you know, the wedding after that, you know, dealing with all that stuff. And then the crash day. And then if you're like gangster, you're going to go right on your honeymoon. So you're still in motion. Like, it's too much. Like, you know what kind of fucking honeymoon you could take for shit?
Yeah.
You know? You could take, like, leave of absence for work. For that kind of money, like 2 months. Like, look, we're gonna start off our marriage right, and we're just gonna kick it versus a party. Now, it doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Agreed.
I understand.
All right, I have something in between you. You hold on to that.
No, you're good.
Okay. So I saw this thing, like another Hollywood Unlocked thing, and since are you Generation Z?
No, I don't know what I am actually. I think I was
I'll look it up.
I don't know.
All right. Gen Z says taking a 3-hour everything showers are better than having sex.
Taking a what?
Gen Z, the generation born between the late 1990s and early 2010. So you are Gen Z. Yeah. I'm Gen X. That's right.
So silent generation is 1925 to 1945. The boomers are 1946 to 1964. Gen X, 1965 to 1978. Yeah. Millennials are Gen Y, 1979 to 1995. And Gen Z is 1996 to 2010.
So you're Gen Z.
Okay. Yeah, we always claim the millennials. So that was the problem.
No, you're Gen Z for sure. So the Gen Z generation has been found to have some interesting preferences when it comes to their daily routine. According to the recent studies, many individuals from this particular generation prefer to take long showers, some lasting up to 3 hours. This trend has been dubbed as the everything shower, where people use the time to reflect, listen to music, and take on their very long skincare routines. However, what's more surprising is that some Gen Zers have reported that they prefer these extended showers over sex. The preference for showers over physical intimacy has left many people over the TikTok scratching their heads. However, it's important to remember that this is just one group of individuals from a vast and diverse generation. It should also be noted that there could be many reasons for their desires in having lengthy showers over intimacy. An everything shower with hot water and Taylor Swift is better than sex. Sorry, 22-year-old TikTok influencer Corb Anon, he sounds like a incel, who has been part of the viral trend for a while, said on the social media platform, "I wash my hair, shave my legs, shave my armpits, deep condition, exfoliate, do my skincare. I do everything in the shower." Wow. So they said in other videos, people said they were taking an everything shower once a week, while others said once a month was more than enough for them. After all, one has also to consider the bills these guys are piling up from running their hot water for 3 hours straight.
I feel like these people who think like that don't take showers often.
No.
Like, that's just what it's giving me.
Well, it does say some researchers suggest that the 3-hour shower trend could be due to the rise of social media and technology, which has led to the decrease into face-to-face communication and physical touch. I'm like, 3-hour shower?
I think it's a fad. I don't even think it's a real thing. Maybe a few people are doing it and now it's like a trend, you know?
I don't think it's a fad.
You think people are actually taking 3-hour showers because they're not face-to-face with people? What?
So don't get locked in on the whole idea of a 3-hour shower. Get more locked in on the fact that these people are saying that something not sexual is better than actually having sex. And it's a lone activity. Like, you could say, going for a long walk is better than sex because I can be by myself. Like, you know what I mean? It's just in the showers feel great. Don't get me wrong, but
it's two different things.
It's two different things. It's not like one has not like unless you're having sex in the shower. And let's be honest, showering and sex is not all that. Sex in the shower is not all that great. Yeah. Unless you're in a resort and they have the double head big shower. And even still, I'm always afraid I'm gonna bust my ass, break, like slip, something bad is gonna happen. Yeah, mess my knee up because I slipped. But no, the idea that people are opting for solitary things over activities that involve other people is scary.
Yeah, like being by yourself versus being intimate with someone else. Like you're saying, it's totally two different things, and you rather be by yourself than to share an intimate moment with someone.
Yeah,
it's kind of scary.
I don't claim any of this. I feel like they should just divvy up the generations a little bit more now.
Because you're not with it.
I was born 2000. Like I experienced a little different life than somebody born in 2008 or 9.
No, you're still you're in it. Like you're in it. So what you're saying is you're picking sex all the time, right? Is that what's going on?
Over showering?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking
about? Do you feel like I feel like your generation is very fearful of interaction.
Right. I've seen it.
Like I feel like even those TikTok dances, like they're by themselves when they're doing it. It's choreography that you would never do with anybody else. At least with twerking, you can twerk on someone.
Okay.
But but those choreographed dances, that is a solo act, or you're doing it in a line, but you're not. That is not. There's nothing intimate about that. Yeah, it's like there's there's a lot of things that your generation shies away from. Like you guys don't dance together. You don't go to clubs. Like you're not whoring around. Like there's more reports about y'all not having sex than there is about you having sex. It's really weird. It's to us who came up with, we were always getting hose sprayed on us trying to keep us apart, or not doing things. So you guys are very, very unique in that respect.
So you're saying, do I understand this?
Would you, well, first of all, so we already answered the question. You would not ever opt for a 3-hour shower over sex.
Right.
Okay. You obviously don't feel like this relates to you in any way, shape, or form, or to anybody you know?
No. I mean, the longest shower that a significant other has taken is like 30 minutes. And I think that's too long. Like, the fuck are you doing? But like,
I know what they're doing. I used to take long showers as a teenager.
I take like
oh my God.
15, 20 minutes. Like, I don't.
That's a long shower, Joe.
That's a long shower?
That's no, it is 15. Like, think about it. 15 minutes.
What are you doing? 10, but I didn't want to sound crazy. But like 10, 15.
I feel like 15 minutes is like a normal shower.
All right.
And then I have natural hair. Oh, wash day.
Listen, look, I can't talk.
Yeah, you have nothing. No, but
I do take because I'm shaving my head. Like I shave my head almost every day.
Oh.
So
in the shower?
In the shower. And I listen to music. Like I do take a long time in the shower, but I always knew it was long because in high school, Miss Passapane science class, we did a whole thing about water conservation, and like we did the average shower times. The motherfucker was like 3 minutes. I'm like,
weirdo.
I'm like 15. Like,
those are people who don't wash their bodies.
They don't wash their feet.
They don't have a washcloth, and they just have a bare bar soap.
Nah. Bathroom times have been longer for me as of recently. I cut my own hair now, so I see what you're saying about you shaving your head every day. Yeah. So I'm in the bathroom for at least an hour and a half now. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to shower right after that, but. Yeah.
Maybe they mean 3 hour, taking every 3 hour everything showers is just a blanket statement for just being in the bathroom.
Right.
That's like you go in and because honestly, unless you have a tankless hot water heater,
the water's going to get cold.
Cold, right. Which I have a tankless hot water heater. It's just amazing. I don't even know what it's like to run out of hot water. Like I just that's in the past. Privilege, yo. This privilege.
I don't know. I just don't think. Can you take a 3-minute shower?
You can. I've actually done it. Like when I was running late, and I covered all the bases. No, but
rushing, but
if you move fast, like you can do anything faster and still be quality because you're just moving fast. You're like moving with purpose. Like I get in. I adjust because I have 3 different mirrors in the thing. I adjust the mirrors. Or I turn up the music. I got my face wash thing. Put it on. Around. Like I'm taking my time. There's no sense of urgency. But if I'm running late. Like
necessary places.
No, everything. No, there's no everything from head to toe is necessary. From head to toe is necessary. But my point is that I am moving with intention. I'm not taking my time. I'm not like instead of moving 2 miles an hour, I'm moving 10 miles an hour. So
I'm never taking my time in the shower. I feel like I'm always going somewhere. That's why I'm showering, you know? I have to lather up twice just because I feel like I'm moving too fast. Like, I'm gonna do this again. You know what I mean? Like, am I tripping?
No, I hear you.
No, you're not tripping, man.
I like you're saying that like that 3 minutes is bothering me. There's no way that you can wash you wash your face, then you wash your neck, then you wash your arms, then you wash the nether regions.
Give it a try.
Then you wash your legs. Then you gotta get your toes.
Yeah.
How many things did I just list?
You do all that at the same time though.
No.
That's at least 10 minutes.
No.
You wash your legs.
What are you making love to yourself? What's going on here?
What do you mean? I'm not. You gotta, set up.
But you're moving real slow. I'm saying if you move quickly, like if you just move like you can cover everything quickly. It's just I feel like a lot of people use their shower time. That is intimate time. That is like time to get yourself together in the morning.
Agreed.
But if I'm running late, I can take a 3 to 4 minute shower and cover everything well and not feel like if I feel dirty, I'm not going to be like, all right, well, it's just going to be what it's going to be. Like if I can't take a fast enough shower, then I am not going to take a shower. Do you know what I mean? If I'm like running that late, then it's just like, I just got to brush my teeth, wash my face. I'm not even going to try to.
Yeah. You ever wash up in the sink? A little bird bath?
That's called a whore bath. Yes, and I had to do that. yeah.
But you can take a 3 minute shower, but what? You know what I mean? If are you running more late to take a bird bath?
Because I feel like what it would take me to do a bird bath, it's just as much time for me to hop in the shower and actually would be more efficient. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like to take that time, just hop in the shower. Okay. Like I'm just gonna be late, at that point in time. But it also depends on the prior. Like usually I take a shower before I go to bed. Yeah. So I can. That's my fail safe.
I lose sense of time in the shower. I can't even like.
That's why I listen to music.
Same.
Why I listen
and you
to
count your songs?
Yeah, because it's like, all right, this has been it's been 2 albums. Yeah. It's been a double album. Shit.
I do that same thing.
I'm sorry. I'm just in my thoughts.
That's your meditative time. Yeah.
You
might want to set a timer, bro, or something.
Damn. What am I doing?
I don't know, but I find. Are you having? Well, let me ask Rell first. Did you have great sex at age when you were 22? Do you feel like the quality of your sex, was it enjoyable? Because I feel like that has something to do with it.
I think it gets better when you get older.
Definitely, but can you say, when you were 21, 22, was it really good? Was it good?
I think you were having fun and you were young, but now I think it's fun and you thought it was good when you were younger.
Okay.
But that's a woman's perspective. That's different.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't have my first enjoyable sexual experience until the second woman I was with. But then she was almost 10 years older than me. So, but even after that, it wasn't after her. It was good at times, but it wasn't as great as it is me now, enjoyable now, right?
So you think it's because of her experience?
Yeah, it was her experience, and I really wanted her. I was really attracted to her. But I feel like it was also just I knew, well, not with her, just in general. My sex at age 22 was not good. Generally speaking, it had its moments. It was good. It was better than what it was. And I'm wondering if these kids, these 22-year-olds, the reason why they're opting for the long shower over sex is because when they do have sex, it's just not any good. Do you feel like, Cease, that you're having great sex?
I've only had sex with older women. Like 29-year-olds. That's the highest I've gone. One girl was my age, actually, and I didn't like that.
Why?
I don't know why I'm laughing.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. We done opened up a can. Why did you not like it with the what happened?
She wasn't talking. She didn't know how to or something. Can I get vulgar with it? She was just like,
speak freely, please.
She's like, is it wet? I'm like, yeah, it's wet. She's like, oh, it's wet. That's all she kept saying. It's wet. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah,
she was trying.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's you. That's not her.
That's me?
Yeah.
How?
What you mean?
It's a two-way street.
Right. So she started, is it wet? Yeah, it's wet. It feels good. How is it hard? Is it hard enough for you? See what I'm saying? She asks you if it was wet. You acknowledge it. You give her props for being extra wet, unless she's not wet. And it's like, we gotta have a whole nother conversation because you're too young not to be wet. But
Yo, I cannot do this.
you see what I'm saying? But you're supposed to toe the line together. It's a give and take. So she says something, you acknowledge it, you feed into it, and you advance it.
I think it was the other way around, honestly. I said like, oh, it's wet. And she was like, yeah, it's wet. Like, you know what I mean? But it just wasn't like enough.
And then he's like, can I make you wetter? Like, can you gotta keep probing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta, I see
what you're saying.
Call response,
Yeah.
It's called response,
I mean, with the older woman, let me say.
Why are y'all laughing?
Laughing at you because you just like tripping a little bit.
Me?
Yeah.
How?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
You're tripping, not me.
I know, I am. I'm tripping. Give me freaking flyer miles. I'm tripping. So with the older women, you feel?
I think it was like they set the mood, they set the tone, they played music, and I kind of learned from that. They teach me something, honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they can take control, and I'm fine with that. But like, I'm also doing what I got to do too. So it's like.
It's older, you have more experiences, you know what you like, you know what you don't like, and that makes it more enjoyable.
Fun. Yeah.
Yo,
but you just man. But I'm just saying, like, that is I've learned that, a lot of times when we complain about our partners, a lot of part of it is them and their lack of doing, whatever they're not doing, but then also we're not helping them along. We're just kind of turned off. It's like, damn. I asked you a question, you answered, and that was it. Or understanding that maybe, okay, she's not a talker, she's not comfortable in talking, so let me try something else to get into it, or you know what I mean? Yeah,
that was more like a one night stand with that instance. I feel like if we kept doing it, of course, we'd learn each other, and it'd be better, it'd be more enjoyable.
Hell yeah!
Like yeah. So,
hell yeah, man!
But I've had other one night stands with older women, like I'm saying, and it was just like
because they're older. Yeah. That's why my older one, she turned me out, bro. Ugh. Honestly, the girl I lost my virginity to, I honestly was wondering how people got into trouble with sex. Like, how are people getting in trouble over this? Is just trash. I don't like this. Like, other than just the it being a new thing, the nudity and stuff, it's like, this is not good. This is not good at all. I don't understand how people are getting pregnant and all their lives are falling apart over this. Like, I can take it or leave it, And then with the next one, it was like, oh God.
That's why this is kind of surprising. Just like the different generations, right? Now you're exposed to more. It's not so taboo. Right. There's more education, more freeness. So it's so weird to me that this younger generation,
is so cut off from it, or
maybe because there's so much exposure to it. It's not something taboo. It's not new. So
it doesn't mean anything
to them
it doesn't
anymore.
It doesn't mean it's not. Because again, if it's scarce, the value's higher. Yeah. If it's abundant, it's not. And, I do miss, I've said it before, I miss the days where just seeing titties would get me all like rock hard, and that's not the case anymore because I've seen
too many titties. Yeah.
I've seen too many titties. Like, so,
I draw titties.
Right? It's like, or if you like even just watching porn and it's like.
You still watch porn?
Oh, yeah. Bro, yes.
Gen X,
Gen
Z,
Gen X, man. Yo, why would I not watch porn? Why don't you watch porn?
I didn't give up on that. I felt like he just wasn't like giving me the best efforts when it was time to actually have sex.
And see, that's my point. This is where I'm going with this, right? So you watch it, and then after a while, it's like it's got to be dirtier,
right?
It's got to be, and then you watching shit.
It's like,
you watch shit. Then after you nut, you just ashamed of yourself. Like, oh, why did that turn me on?
That's crazy. That's a crazy feeling, bro.
Right? Yo, it is. It absolutely is.
And why would you put yourself through that? And it's like, nah, I'm cool. But like, it is a different like desire because you're getting like something from it in a way, but like. It's like you gotta go out and get that if that's what you want to, like, and that's the reward too. It's too easy to just do that and like now you get that dopamine and now you're numb to when it's actually happening.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes I just want to catch a nut.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you got nothing going on. I mean, I get it.
I just want to catch a nut. I just want to, or I want ideas. I mean, sometimes
you want ideas. You take ideas from porn.
Yeah, it's fake.
It's fake as fuck, bro.
I know it's fake.
I'll do a porn position or like do something that they would do in porn and it don't hit the same.
No, it doesn't. No, but I mean, just in terms of like, you know, I have intentions at some point in shooting porn. I do.
Why?
I do. Huh?
Why?
For money. For fun.
Yeah,
just for like,
sure.
just like for people, like not for them to, I mean, they do it whatever they want, but just, I'm always looking for the art and things, right?
No, I can't, bro.
What, the art? There's no art. You don't see, there's, you can have art in anything.
With the angles or something? What are you saying?
With the angles, with the
stories?
thing. All of it.
Yeah, okay. I see.
I mean, there's art. Like, if you watch a bad porn versus a good porn, there's art. Like, what's the better porn has art to it. There's flow. There's
You believe in porn addictions?
Yeah.
You got one?
No, I don't need to watch porn. It's not. No,
no, this is real. Like, now you gotta direct it. Like, what you want to happen? Like, you gotta control it now. Like,
no, but I mean, it is. I'm always looking for the art things. Like, even, you know, like when I'm doing the reels for the podcast, like, these are just static shots, but how I cut it and stuff, I'm like trying to create art in it. And so, like, with porn, with, you know, it's all about symmetry and framing and just like, there can be art. Like, I'm not talking about the amateur shit where it's just one camera angle and it's just they doing the dirty thing. Yo, like Royal House. Is it Royal House with what's his name? King Noir?
I'm not sure the name of it. Yeah, he's a porn star.
But they have a Royal House. I think it's Royal House, but like their movies are very artful. Like the lighting, there's thought.
It's like erotica.
Yeah, there you go. There's thought put into what it is.
Okay. Since we're on this topic, I'll get into like my past porn consumption.
Oh, he was addicted.
I was a point where I was like, that was something I did after school every day type of shit like that. Cause like, you know what I mean? You was a kid, pent up, whatever. But you also get exposed to it younger. So it's kind of like a thing. It's a perversion in it too. So, but I like the erotica. I see the art in that. Like, this is one where they were reading books and then it was like a vibrator, like under the table type of shit. And that kind of like turned me on in like this weird way because it wasn't everything. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's like an art in it. I get you. I'm just trying to
understand the art in it.
You got it. Man, this is everything we do. There's either science to it or there's an art to it.
You don't think they figured it all out though when it comes to porn?
No. There's always a slightly different way that you can do something. There's always something, a twist that you can add to it. You know what I mean?
Somebody better record you holding the camera and you in there too? Like, what you...
Nah, I mean, it's like, you know, I love photography and I love videography and I love art because of the potential composition of a scene and how it works out. And, or even just the whole thing with art is you're trying to evoke a feeling or an emotion from somebody. So even if it's on the sexual side of things, like with porn, you can evoke romance, you can evoke straight up, you know, sadomasochistic BDSM stuff. You can raw fucking, like there's all kinds, you can touch on all of those things, right? And so it's easy to just take two naked people and be like, all right, go fuck, right? But then the challenge is, how do you make it appealing for somebody who's experienced in watching porn and you're providing something different? So there's an art to it. That's a challenge. That's a skill, right? And it's $1 billion industry. So people are ingesting, they're consuming it.
Sex sells.
So yeah. I mean, and it's something we all do. That's why there's almost 8 billion people on this planet. Let's not act like we're not fucking. So yeah, so why not? So I would love, you know, that would be cool to me. Like, it's like, do you remember the show Real Sex?
Yeah.
You know, like the one episode, like the one episode where the people had a studio that was all meant for people to shoot their own erotica. Like they had different rooms with different themes and things like that. And so you could act out your fantasies and record it. And you have that stuff helps people's relationships. So I'd like to be able to do it. So yeah, sometimes I watch it. I'm like, okay, checking the lighting out, like the different, what is a flattering angle versus a non-flattering angle, you know, who you're shooting it for in terms of your audience, you know, what are you going to catch? So there's a lot to it.
Dissecting the porn?
I dissect everything. Because I said, I love art, I love science. So, you know.
You know James Gunn was shooting porn. The guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy and all the superhero movies.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe you should check him out and see what he does. I don't know his stuff when it comes to that field. But
you don't know his porn? You ain't look up his porn?
Fucking no.
Yo, man, but we talk about, like, I believe it was on this show. I talked about how porn really was a proving ground for a lot of technology. Most of our AV technological innovations began with porn. Or, you know, were mastered in porn. VHS, you know, porn going from film to 35 millimeter, or was it 45 millimeter, whatever, the reel to reel, to to VHS, that was a driver to people going from, you know, those home videos, you know, video on the internet. Porn was the original driver for video and pictures and things like that. So porn has always kind of pushed the envelope of things, and people, you know, people want to act like it's all taboo and shit, but nah, man, we are here podcasting and doing all these things in part because people in porn were pushing the AV envelope for technology. You
don't think being in that occupation will affect your home life or your family life or anything like that? Your love life?
No.
I think it can.
In what way? Why?
Like if you're in that industry?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on if your partner is secure enough. It definitely affects your kids. It can affect your kids.
It can if they know.
Yeah, if they know, if their friends or their community knows, there definitely is an impact.
I don't think so. I don't think it's a default. I don't think this is a default thing. Like, this absolutely has to impact you, because like if you're behind the camera, you're a director. Like, you get numb to the shit. Like I don't disagree with you. Yes, you do become, like, obviously if you see something enough, it becomes normalized. But the outside people, it's not just you in the world. You have other factors in your world. Yeah. So with regards to that.
So he's saying personally, like he's talking about relationships and your family and things like that.
You'd have to like probably date a porn star for it to be okay.
No, it's all about but I mean, it's also about how you frame it in the context of it and who that person knows you to be. So if they trust in you as a person and that you're sane and that you're normal, like you're generally normal and whatnot, and there's trust in you and confidence that you are a solid person, then they are way more accepting of the things that you do. I mean, how do you think otherwise normal people end up getting with people who have drug problems or whatever? And it's like, well, how did you end up with you were such a straight person, blah, blah, and you got with this person? Because they got to know the straight side of that person first. And they were able to kind of make room for the fuck ups and then the fuck ups got really bad. So, but I feel like if you work in the adult industry, it's kind of the same thing. If you present yourself because you are as the same person because you are, and it's like, yo, this is really just a job. Like, I'm shooting or I'm directing, I'm editing. Like, this is not having an impact on my day-to-day life. I'm not walking around the house with my dick hard. I'm not going to, like, I'm not doing all these things. Right. Why should it really be a problem? Because I'm not bringing it home to, you know, I'm not bringing it into the relationship. I'm not bringing it home. I'm not.
So you think you'll be able to handle that separation? I think most people probably would have a difficult time with that. I think that's just,
Nah, because you're 22.
No, I think there is an impact. Like, even people, that's like porn, right? But even people who have like sex podcasts, it's hard to date, like for them to even date, because some people can't handle your career. But that goes with everything. Like, if you date someone who's in business, right, they're gone a lot. Some people just can't handle their schedule, right? So I think with everything, there's some like pros and cons or some gives and some takes that, you know.
I feel like those are the natural filters that help you find your right person. Like I always said that if you're true, if you're authentic, your tribe will find you. Like, I'm not trying to find my tribe. I want my tribe to find me. Right. Yeah. And that only happens by me being authentically me and not adhering to what I think society wants or worrying about what a potential mate were. If a potential mate, if I were to seriously get into making adult content on that level, right, that I'm doing it because there's something I like and I'm into. A person who's can't appreciate that or respect that or is comfortable with that, she's not going to be the right woman for me, and vice versa. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, and again, that we're talking about me just being normal. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm going to be in this orgy. You know, like, I'm directing. I'm working the business side of it. If she can't handle it, then she's probably not the person for me, and I am not the person for her, more importantly. Okay.
So when it comes down to the spouse, right? So now when it comes down to children, how do you keep that away from them? And then when do you tell them about it? Or if they end up finding out?
I'm just in production. Like, honestly, like my dad he was a chemist at DuPont. I didn't know he was a chemist until I was almost an adult to understand what he did or really cared. But all I knew is he worked for DuPont. I knew he got up. I knew he traveled, but I didn't know the particulars of what he did during his career. And then he tells me stories now, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, you know, this man worked on on the B-2 bomber, the stealth bomber.
Oh shit.
You know, he did all these things, but I didn't know, and I never thought I didn't care. So I feel like it goes along the same thing. It's like, yo, I'm doing what I'm doing, but I'm not going to do anything that I'm ashamed of. So if I have kids and it's if the question comes up, it's like, it's an age appropriate. My response is going to be tailored to the age that they are. They're young enough. I make videos or I make movies. I'm a whatever. The general thing. They get older. Yeah, I make the smut. What's up? It's like, I mean, you know, but we have to be, it's important to be authentic. It's important to, live your truth. Because if you don't live your truth, then you're living somebody else's lie. And that's a very unhappy existence.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well, I'm excited to see that growth and see where it lands you.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying, but I do like watching porn. I love seeing attractive, naked women. That's the way I see it. But as I get older, it's kind of like, I mean, even though you go to the swingers club and it's like, that's why I don't go anymore.
Oh, that's a strip club?
No, swingers club.
A sex club.
Sex club.
Oh.
After a while, you've seen enough people having sex, it has no impact. I promise you. After a while, you're just like, oh yeah, they're having sex over there. I'm gonna go over here, get a drink. Right? Yeah. But we get desensitized, right, bro? Yeah. She's like, you can get used to anything.
Yeah.
So I miss the days when
it was fresh.
I do. I miss the days where missionary was the bomb. I mean, it's still the bomb, but I mean, just.
You see the light skin face you like to throw on when it comes down to this shit? Like,
man. Yo.
Down.
Yo, you hear about the dude that got his dick broke from the reverse cowgirl?
No. Yeah, I did.
The world.
They said it's like the most dangerous position, sexual position.
Really?
Yeah, the reverse cowgirl. Yes. Yeah.
Dick broke.
He had that surgery, bro.
I know there's a bone in your.
It's cartilage. It's all cartilage. So the cartilage snapped. So, because he didn't ride it right.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm good on that reverse cowgirl stuff. You better prove that you know what you're doing. Because can you imagine?
I can't imagine. I'm good over here.
Yeah, I just get regular cowgirl. I've only got the reverse one.
Well, you with them older women, so they probably know what they're doing. But yo, just they reverse around, hold their hips.
Okay.
Do not
don't
control it.
Okay.
You control it. You control it best you can.
Yo, I'm done.
Why? Man, nobody wants a broken penis.
Yeah, I don't even know how to deal with that. That pain. What the fuck is going on? Like. She looking at you like, the fuck?
You gonna finish though? I'm like, no. Take me to the hospital.
Not take me to the hospital. You'd have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, you had that surgery. You had to have surgery.
Is there blood involved?
Yeah, it turned purple. It swelled up. He's heard a crack. And then the pain, and then the blood. It fell up. Yo, yeah, no, it's real. It's a real thing. Man, that reverse cowgirl. I mean, I'm thinking about the last time the reverse cowgirl was performed on me. She was a champ. Like, she's the one that did it. I'd let her do it, but nah. No. The hips, control. She get wild. And end up bad. I feel judged.
I'm not judging you. Alrighty.
You got anything else, Brown Suga?
No.
How about you? When's your next show, Cease?
The 27th, this Saturday, actually. You guys
that's not going to work for this episode. And this is definitely going to be a 2-part episode because we're 3 hours in. Yeah. So
what do you have coming up? What are you working on?
Yeah.
What am I working on? I got a new single that I'm working on right now, a collaborative effort with another local rapper named B-Roy. Just got to get it engineered and mixed up, and then it'll be released shortly. I don't really hold music on too long, so.
Where can everyone find your music?
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, literally on anything you have. Deezer, BandLab, Ceasar Rodney, Caesaar. Wait, oh fuck, hold on. Caesar Rodney. Yo.
The second time was right.
The second time. You say it one more time, please.
Caesar Rodney.
All right, man. You might have to shorten your shit until you learn how to spell it.
Yeah, I think I just got in my own head right there.
You did. So, and then your monthly thing. What is your monthly thing that you do?
Yeah, we do a monthly showcase at the Oddity Bar. That's on 500 Green Hill Avenue, Wilmington, Delaware. Every month at the Oddity Bar. It's a showcase where we invite other local artists. It's a community outreach thing We just ask artists to sell 5 tickets, and they can be locked in.
Okay. And what is it like the first weekend of the month, or is it the date changes, or?
Yeah, the date changes every month because, days change in months, right? So typically right now, it started on Tuesdays, and then we got Fridays. Now it's going to be Saturdays. So this month's a Saturday. Next month's going to be a Saturday, and I'll let you guys know.
So it'll be probably on your Instagram, right?
Yeah, it'll be on my Instagram, and I'll send you guys some links.
So the All Hail Cease.
All Hail Cease on Instagram.
Yeah, so that's ALLHAILCEEZ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I spelled that right?
Yeah. I mean, you had to do his research,
Right.
Oh, man.
This was good.
This was great. Did you have any updates, though, Rell? Did anything good to happen to you?
A lot of good things happening to me, but I'm just tired. I'm trying to get my work-life balance in
together.
But, it's kicking my butt right now.
I see. Well, I really do appreciate you coming today. I really do. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's always good to be here.
It's great to have you. And as I echo the sentiment of that one post about making sure you have a Rell and a Jasmine.
Yes, thank you. That was so cute.
Yeah. The love, I know. And that was part of our conversation earlier, just about how important it is to surround yourself with great people. Mm-hmm. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Wise people that'll hold you accountable. It's so important.
Yeah, you see, she hold me accountable like a motherfucker. With the looks, everything. All right, well.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on all platforms at the Cultured Misfits podcast. And you can find me at Rell Traveling. And where can they find you, DJ Silk?
At the DJ. No, it's at DJ Silk. Don't let me add no does to it. It's djsilk. And we're going to get this beach thing together, even though I got to check our inbox to see if anybody actually emailed, but Oh, you got an email to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we want to show interest, and I kind of want to do a little bit of vetting, just a little bit, because it's a clothing optional beach, so I just want to make sure that I always want to create a safe environment for people,
right?
So if you don't seem safe to me, then just it's not. They ain't gonna be talking about the Cultured Misfits beach day was the worst day of my life, so
right.
Like, oh my gosh, so that's the hope. But I mean, either way, we're going. Brown Suga and I, like, we're beach people, so that's So
how many dates you talking about? You said multiple, so
yeah, we're probably playing it by ear. Like, clearly you're interested, so I will let you know.
Fuck it, I like you guys. Whatever.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So we're working it out. It's kind of hard. It's hard to get in the mode because the weather. Like, I keep checking the weather every day, every hour. I'm like, let me see if the weather's changed at the beach. And it hasn't really got there yet.
Warmed up yet.
It hasn't really warmed up there yet. So, but once it gets there, then I'll be like in overdrive, like, because I'm just going to be wanting to go. Period. So, yeah. You can email us at culturedmisfits@gmail.com. Just put the beach in the subject line. So that we know that you're interested. Because also what I don't want to do is just put it out on social media like, hey, we're going to be at the beach, on such and such day. I want to actually give unique invites. So it's less about vetting and just more about privacy.
Right.
So
I see that.
Cool. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Until the next time, this has been the Cultured Misfits podcast. Please be safe, be good, have fun. And until the next time, we out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.